Breaking news just confirmed Centrelink's $1,880 pension payment is officially locked in, and the exact dates have finally been revealed. If you're on the age pension or disability support pension, this could mean an extra boost landing directly into your account very soon. Stay with me because I'll show you exactly when your payment is coming and how to make sure you don't miss out. Hello and welcome back to my channel that keeps Australian seniors and pensioners up to date with every Centrelink announcement you need to know. Today's update is huge, $1,880 confirmed and rolling out on set dates. I'll explain who qualifies, when the money will arrive, and what steps you must take to avoid delays. And make sure you watch until the very end, because I'll also share some insider tips that most people don't know, but they could make all the difference in making sure your payment comes through smoothly. So if you're on the age pension, disability support pension, or if you know someone who is, make sure you watch this video right until the very end, because I'm going to break down who qualifies, when you can expect the payment, how to check your schedule, and also what you can do right now to make sure you don't miss out. Trust me, you don't want to switch off early because I'll also share a few insider tips on how to avoid delays and some extra details that most people overlook when it comes to these Centrelink payments. Let's start with the headline news. The government has officially locked in the $1,880 payment, and this will go directly into the accounts of eligible seniors. This is not speculation. This is not a rumor. This is confirmed information. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, if you are already receiving the age pension or disability support pension, this payment is essentially an additional support that will come through according to your Centrelink schedule. It's been designed to help Australians cope with the rising cost of living, and let's be honest, the timing couldn't be better. Think about it everywhere you look. Prices are climbing. Groceries, electricity bills, petrol, rent, everything is going up. Seniors, especially those relying solely on their pension, are feeling the pinch more than anyone else. So this $1,880 boost, while it may not solve every financial issue, is going to provide that much-needed breathing room for thousands of households across the country. And if you've been worrying about whether you'll have enough to get through the next few weeks, this payment might just give you the relief you've been waiting for. Now I know what you're thinking. When exactly will this money hit your account? Well, the government has announced the rollout schedule, and payments are being distributed based on your existing Centrelink cycle. That means if you usually receive your pension on a Tuesday, you can expect this payment to arrive in line with your normal payment date. But here's the catch you need to make sure your details are correct in the system. Because if your bank account details are outdated, or if your personal information hasn't been updated, that could cause unnecessary delays. This is why Services Australia is strongly encouraging everyone to log into their MyGov account and double-check their information. It takes only a few minutes, but it can save you weeks of waiting or chasing up missing payments. I'll repeat that again because it's so important. Double-check your bank details and make sure your information is up to date. This is the #1 reason why payments get delayed, and I don't want that happening to you. Let's talk about eligibility for a moment, because not everyone qualifies. The payment is targeted at Australians already on the age pension or disability support pension. If you're in that category, you're good to go. But what if you're on other types of Centrelink benefits like job seeker, youth allowance, or carer payment? At this stage, this $1,880 is specifically tied to pension recipients. However, I always recommend keeping an eye on announcements because the government sometimes extends these payments or introduces parallel support measures for other groups. That's why being subscribed to channels like Pension Path, a US is so crucial. You'll always be the first to know. Now, let's imagine what this payment actually means for you. Picture yourself logging into your bank account and seeing that extra $1,880 sitting there. Maybe it covers your next few grocery bills. Maybe it means you can pay off that electricity account in full instead of making partial payments. Maybe it gives you the freedom to put aside a little extra for emergencies, or even treat yourself to something you've been putting off. The point is, this money is meant to reduce pressure, and every person will use it differently depending on their needs. But beyond the personal impact, this payment is also a reflection of the bigger picture. The government knows seniors are struggling. They know inflation is biting, and they know that pensions alone aren't stretching as far as they used to. So this $1,880 injection is both financial support and a statement that pensioners can't be left behind. And while I know some people will say it's not enough, and yes, in many cases, more support is needed, we can't underestimate the value of having nearly $2,000 land in your account right when you need it most. Now, let's go a little deeper into the payment schedule, because I know that's the detail everyone wants. The rollout of this $1,880 payment has been aligned with the existing Centrelink system. That means there isn't one single date where everyone gets paid at the same time. Instead, your payment will arrive according to your personal cycle. Some people may see the money as early as next week, while others will have to wait until their scheduled fortnightly date arrives. So, how do you know exactly when yours is coming? The easiest way is to log into your MyGov account, link it with Centrelink, and check your upcoming payment section. It should show you the estimated payment date. If you're not as confident with technology, don't worry, you can still call Services Australia directly or even visit a Centrelink office. Yes, I know waiting on hold or standing in line isn't fun, but if it gives you peace of mind about when the money is arriving, it's worth doing. Now here's an important point. Whenever big payments like this are confirmed, scammers often come out of the woodwork. You might get text messages or emails claiming to be from Centrelink, asking you to click on a link to confirm your details or unlock your payment. Please listen carefully. Centrelink will never ask you to click on suspicious links or provide your details through random text messages. The only safe way to check is through your official MyGov account or by contacting Services Australia directly. Don't risk losing your money to a scammer. Another question I've already been getting from a lot of viewers is whether this payment is taxable. The good news is that for most age pension recipients, your pension and related support payments are not taxed if your total income is below the tax threshold. This means the $1,880 will be yours to use in full. Of course, if you have additional income sources, it's always smart to double-check with the ATO or a tax professional. But for the majority of seniors relying on their pension, this money will arrive as a full deposit with no deductions. Let's also talk about how this payment fits into the bigger Centrelink picture. This isn't just about handing out cash. It's about adjusting to the cost of living pressures that Australians are facing right now. For the past year, inflation has been running high, putting pressure on households everywhere. The government has already adjusted pension rates in line with indexation, but that's often not enough to keep up with rapid price rises. That's where these one-off or special payments come in, and that's exactly what the $1,880 payment is doing. It's bridging the gap. I also want to encourage everyone watching this to think about planning how you'll use this money. It's so easy when extra cash arrives to spend it quickly, but this payment is an opportunity. For some people, it could mean finally paying down a debt that's been hanging over their head. For others, it could mean putting aside a little safety net for emergencies, because let's face it, unexpected bills always seem to pop up when we least expect them. And for some, it might simply be about making life a little more comfortable, whether that's turning on the heater without worrying about the bill or buying healthier groceries without cutting corners. This is also a great moment to talk about financial awareness. If you've never really tracked where your money goes each fortnight, why not use this $1,880 payment as a fresh start? Sit down with a piece of paper or even just the Notes app on your phone, write down your biggest expenses, and think about where you can save a little. You might be surprised how much peace of mind it gives you just to have a clearer picture of your finances. Now, here's another thing you need to keep in mind. If you've recently moved house, changed your phone number, or switched banks, but you haven't updated your details with Centrelink, this is the time to do it. I can't stress this enough. So many people miss out on timely payments simply because their details are outdated. Don't assume Centrelink will automatically know your new information. You need to log in and update it yourself. Let's also not forget carers and family members who look after pensioners. If you're watching this on behalf of your parents, grandparents, or someone you care for, please make sure their details are also up to date. Sometimes older Australians struggle with online systems, and a little help from a family member can make all the difference in ensuring the money arrives smoothly and on time. The reality is, every dollar matters right now. And while $1,880 won't completely erase the challenges of inflation, it does give pensioners more control over their finances. It's about dignity, it's about security, and it's about recognizing the contributions seniors have made over their lifetime. Too often, older Australians feel forgotten when it comes to government support. But this payment is a reminder that they're not being left behind. So far, we've covered the confirmation of the payment, who qualifies, how to check your payment date, and the importance of updating your details. In the next part of this video, I'll go even deeper. I'll share what this means for long-term pension increases, what experts are saying about the government support for seniors, and I'll also highlight a few common mistakes that could cause unnecessary stress if you're not careful. Trust me, you don't want to miss this next section. So there you have it, Centrelink's $1,880 pension payment is confirmed. The dates are locked in, and all that's left is to make sure your details are up to date so you don't miss out. This payment is designed to give seniors real relief at a time when the cost of living is biting harder than ever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with friends or family who might also benefit, and subscribe here to Pension Path US so you never miss another important update. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.